The 2023-2024 school sports year was another one to remember. Teams took home titles, individuals had record-setting performances, and accolades were seen and achieved that hadn't been accomplished by anyone else. Once again, our local student-athletes represented us to the best of their abilities, all while captivating our communities and leaving us with memories and moments that will certainly last a lifetime. I'm Dan Hardenbrook from the Newberry News, and this is a look back on a school sports year for the ages. We start in the fall, where we saw a game of the year every single week. The thrill ride that was the school sports year had fireworks almost from the very beginning. The Newberry Indians varsity football team once again found itself among the best of the best in the 8-man game, and a brutal schedule brought us several big-time marquee matchups and a renewed rivalry. The Indians delivered on the hype and the expectations that came with it. Seemed like each and every week we were locked in another classic encounter that we wouldn't soon forget. Each one seemed to raise the stakes and the level of excitement. Who can forget homecoming night in Newberry when the Indians slayed the number one team in the state in the St. Ignace Saints in front of a raucous hometown crowd? Or how about the back-and-forth battle between two of the top players anywhere in the state when Matthew Rahali led the Indians in an incredible head-to-head showdown with Tommy Story and the powerhouse Pickford Panthers? The Indians nearly saved their best for last, coming back from a big deficit, making an incredible rally to come up just short in an unforgettable playoff game against the Norway Knights. The Engadine Eagles end one streak and start another. While the playoffs have become a tradition for the Newberry football program, those seemed far-fetched for an Engadine program that as recently as 2 seasons ago had one of the state's longest active losing streaks. When the Eagles lost their 2023 Week 3 contest in Onaway, they fell to 0-3 on the season and had dropped 25 of their last 27 games. But the Eagles would not lose again. The following week, they won by 50 over Mid-Penn and started a different kind of streak, a winning streak. After picking up a forfeit win, then 4 more victories, the Eagles ended their season at 6-3, their first winning record since 2019. Meet Mr. Football. At the end of that football season, well-earned awards and accolades came pouring in, especially for the Newberry Indians. None were bigger than a local standout being crowned Mr. Football. Indians junior Matthew Rahali earned the honor from the UP Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association. He was the second ever overall UP Player of the Year from the UP SSA after totaling over 2,000 all-purpose yards and scoring a Newberry school record 38 total touchdowns. Rahali found the end zone scoring 6 different ways, from passes, runs, catches, kick and punt returns, as well as defense. Holy Rizzoli makes all UP history. An incredible addition to the community made an instant impact in the gymnasium. Elisa Rizzoli, a foreign exchange student hailing from Italy, looked right at home in Newberry wearing the orange and black. Rizzoli's highlight reel hops, blistering serves, and all-around dominance lit a fire that sparked a historic run for the Lady Indians volleyball program. At the end of the season, Rizzoli was voted a Division IV UPSSA Player of the Year and made the UPSSA's very first All-UP Dream Team for girls volleyball. That incredible volleyball postseason run completely took over the town. Home games previously at the J.L. DeCook Gymnasium used to draw a dozen or so fans, but after word got out about the new-look Lady Indians, the culture completely changed. The air inside the gym was buzzing, and the Lady Indians gave their fans, both at home and following them on the road, a thrilling ride to remember. They made their first major statement by shocking Rudyard in the regular season, finishing tied for the EUP Conference Championship. Then the Lady Indians blew past the Lady Bulldogs in the district round, claiming that championship, before winning the school's first regional title in volleyball in nearly a quarter century. The Newberry Lady Indians volleyball team took their magical run all the way to the MHSAA Division IV state quarterfinals, finished up one of the greatest seasons by any team in any sport in Newberry High School history. The girls' cross-country team comes oh so close. The fall sports season in Newberry was a montage of moments that never may be matched again. Football playoffs, volleyball state contenders, and a cross-country team that may have featured the greatest collection of talent ever assembled. Caitlin Clark, Sammy Taylor, and Abby Taylor may go down as three of the greatest distance runners Newberry will ever see, and in the fall and the spring, they shared the same team. The trio swept the second, third, and fourth place spots at the UP Cross Country Finals in October, and backed by newcomers Addison Schrader and McKenna Russell, the Lady Indians finally had enough depth to qualify for team titles. They almost pulled off the ultimate accomplishment where they were one spot away from winning it all, coming in second place at the Division III UP Finals for cross country. Fast forward to the spring, where a trio of teams took home titles of their own. Newberry's youngest championship team from the school year may be a budding dynasty in the making. The Newberry Middle School boys and golf teams both won conference championships, dominating play in the EUP conference. For the Newberry Middle School boys, it was their second straight undefeated golf season that has them eyeing big things early on next year, when many will swing away for a shot at the UP State Championships at the high school level. Meanwhile, the middle school girls celebrated a banner year, bookending the 2023-2024 school year with championships in two sports, winning titles in volleyball and golf, making our current middle school girls one of the most decorated groups to come through in recent years. Newberry Motors makes a major donation. When 2006 Newberry High School graduate Anthony Kitzman was hired last summer as Newberry's new athletic director, he couldn't have envisioned anything quite like this. Building on the success of our sports teams, Kitzman unveiled a vision that many thought was probably crazy. He set his sights on a major project, hoping to overhaul the track and football facility in Newberry that is in need of major repairs. Kitzman came up with innovative and creative ways to inspire the project in the community. His vision got a major boost in the spring and became much closer to a reality when the employees at Newberry Motors made one of the largest contributions to Newberry athletics in recent years. The team, led by owner and president Kevin Vanetta, pledged $20,000 to the athletic department for upgrades at the facility and laid down a challenge to other local businesses and organizations to jump on board, help support the project, and build the future for local kids in the community. Record-setting performances during track stretch run. Abby Taylor took down a record not once but twice. It was all part of a highlight reel of performances that made the track season an unforgettable experience. While work was being done off the track to enhance it, local athletes were making plenty of noise on it. The Newberry boys and girls both had great seasons, often being in contention at their team competitions. They turned it up a notch, and then some, during a record-setting stretch run of the regular season. Among the notable performances was standout Abby Taylor, who took down the school record in the 800-meter run not once, but twice in a 2-week span. In between those solo record-setting performances, Taylor helped the 4x800-meter relay team smash a decades-old record in that event. That team also consisted of older sister Sammy Taylor, Caitlin Clark, and Finea Bloom. Then on the sport's biggest stage at the UP Finals in Kingsford, Sammy Taylor took her place among the greatest in UP history, setting the UP Finals record in the mile run to cap off an incredible season. Our track teams brought home some hardware. Newberry former football coach Bruce Dake once described a rivalry between Newberry and St. Ignace like this. "I don't care if we are playing tiddlywinks," Dake said. "There's nothing quite like Newberry versus St. Ignace." That rivalry was renewed on the track when the Indians and Saints battled each other all season long. Even when they were in separate events, they kept an eye on each other, almost as if the Saints and Indians were racing head-to-head from different locations. It all came to an apex at the MHSAA Division III Regional Championship meet, where the Indians beat the Saints in their own backyard. They repeated that performance in Kingsford, clinching the school's first UP championship since 2017 in the final race at this year's UP Finals. The Lady Indians kept building momentum all season long, and after finishing as a regional runner-up and missing the team title by only a few points, they showed a strong performance at the UP Finals in Kingsford. A strong group of finishers and qualifiers made their way to finals, where the Lady Indians nearly stole the show again, finishing as the Division III state runner-up. What a great year it's been, as our local athletes continue to do amazing things representing us right here in our communities. From the Newberry News, we'd like to congratulate all of our athletes this year, as well as our championship teams on their accomplishments. I'm Dan Hardenbrook, and this has been a look back on a school sports year for the ages.